Oh, there's something on my door. Carpenter heir dead. Oh, fuck. Misfortune has struck the Carpenter household. Graham Carpenter, son of the Grand family's head, Brutus, has been found dead in his room. Doctors suggest the death was a result of food poisoning and have pointed the finger at bad fish as the cause. Carpenter Sr. cremated his son with all due honors and immediately returned to active participation in city life after a long vacation. I do not have time to mourn, he told our reporter. I have more important things to do. He killed his fucking son? To be fair, Graham was trying to kill him, so... Damn, that's crazy. Alright. Well, there's the resolution that we were... looking for. Dead at 31. What does that mean? That almost feels like I got the wrong ending, right? That was an insane vision. I don't see it on my person. Or in my inventory anywhere with the rarities or anything like that. So it's purely a vision. Makes sense though, because Graham is dead. So Charles Reed, our character, seems almost guilt-ridden at the fact that Graham was killed? How come we have an emotional reaction to that as opposed to poisoning hundreds of people with fish, right? With the EOD? My guess is it is the veteran status that we both have, right? Graham, ill intentions or not, and Charles Reed, our character here, both have faced the horrors of war, right? And came back broken and hurt and traumatized because of it, changed because of it, right? For better or for worse. And in Graham's case, it maybe made him realize that violence is not the answer that is needed in the world, right? Thus, he wanted to be better and do better, right? As the old Carpenter said, Brutus, right? Unfortunately, it seems like Graham fell in with the wrong crowd, right? Turning to the old cult, and they took advantage of his want to be better and do better. And I wonder if this means there's a world in which Graham was strong enough to withstand the cult. Maybe this ending signifies that I should have given him a chance, and that there's a world in which Brutus could maybe help Graham get out of the cult, because we know that Brutus was not with the cult, that he didn't believe in them, although he did turn to them for this eternal life type of deal, this eternal youth. Possibly to get with Robert Throgmorton, which we didn't address more in that moment, that Robert Throgmorton, our beneficiary, more or less, the person sponsoring our endeavors at the moment, had a relationship with Brutus Carpenter, and Brutus cared so much about that relationship that he had a picture of them on his desk. Good for them both, honestly. Either way, this ending does solidify more or less that once a crime boss, sort of always a crime boss. The fact that his answer to dealing with the situation his son put him in, again, it was attempted murder, so I do understand to a degree, but the fact that his answer automatically was to kill his own son seems like a answer to a case that could have had a better answer. So I wonder if there's a world in which we could have done better, put more support behind Graham, got him away from the cultists, and then he's still alive to be able to talk to his father so that they could both be better in some sort of way, right? And they could move the Carpenter family in a direction away from violence. We don't know. We won't know in this playthrough, but maybe there's someone out there that does know, if there's a world in which Graham can be saved, because that definitely seemed like a tragic ending. The hug, I think, is maybe that understanding of the horrors that they have both been through, right? Him taking off the mask and revealing his true face to us, right, shows that he's no longer hiding behind that mask, embracing who he is or who he was at the cost of his death, right? And that in and of itself is really sad, I think. So I think we might have fucked up on that case. Interesting. Anyways, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is RicketyGames. I'm Sydney, and welcome back to Sinking City Remastered. This is crazy. So we got the conclusion to the case we were looking for last time. We had to wait a day or something like that because when I initially returned to my room, that was not on the wall or anything like that. We wrapped it up. I just felt like it was incomplete, and I was right because there was no conclusion there, but we finally got it. So same thing with Quid Pro Quo. I sort of like had the delayed ending there, so I think I just gotta like maybe wait out a cycle and go like kill time and then come back to see if these cases kind of wrap themselves up. I've been trying to do a case per episode, but today is different. Today we are doing the side cases because I don't really want to lose track of them, and I would like to at least do some of them, if not all of them. So I'm going to try and do as many as we can fit in this episode. So we've got letters from Oakmont, we've got field research, Fool's Gold, Mystic Tomes, which I think is actually a part of the DLC. And I actually think it's one of a few cases that are going to be a part of the DLC. We haven't gotten all of them because I haven't found all of them yet or stumbled upon whoever has the case for us yet. But I do know that Mystic Tomes and Fool's Gold are both a part of the DLCs. There's Worshippers of the Necronomicon and Merciful Madness, and each of those add cases that we can do that are sort of main side cases that are bigger and add a little bit more to this world. The Mystic Tomes, a breaking news case, and the Blood from the Stone case come from the Worshippers of the Necronomicon add-on. So that is one DLC. And then the Merciful Madness DLC adds the cases Silence is Golden, Fool's Gold, and the Defunct Brain Cylinders. So those are interesting. So there's 6 cases that we have the potential to get or stumble upon that are a part of those DLCs. So that's just so you know. So we have 2 of them, it looks like. These 2, those are special from the DLC. I didn't realize at the time that it would just be incorporated into the gameplay, but the more the merrier, and the more we can get done in this playthrough, the better. I'm super happy with it, so I love being able to go chase whatever we can chase. I actually cut out finding some of these cases in the prior episode because of time, and I was just like, there are so many things that we're running into, and I need to get to this main case. The main cases are taking priority, of course, because it's the main thoroughfare for the game, but obviously we're here to do some of the side cases. So the ones that I didn't show you that we picked up on that have no intro or anything like that, like the Mystic Tomes or anything else like that, like extra hours, I cut. I'll show you when we do those cases so that you understand what we're looking for and what the setup is for it, of course. Enough yapping. I know it's a lot of yapping. There's just a lot of information to digest in this game and a lot of things to unpack. Let's start with the letters from Oakmont. You guys know this one well.
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested.
I'm not sane.
And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
So we have a bunch of papers from newcomers like us that came here and then disappeared. So we're going to chase this first one. Let's go ahead and read it, and let's go to the place where it happened and see if we can find anything of note. Hi, Editor Sydney here. So quick note and last note before we just get into this whole thing. I'm sorry there's so much explanation for this, but there's kind of a lot of complicated things to get through. The way that this particular case breaks down is that we're going to read the various letters from Oakmont that have been left in this establishment. They give you an idea of what someone was suffering at the time of the letter, and then they give you a location. Once you go to the location, you have to look for a spiral symbol. And I'm going to be honest, I had to look that up because it doesn't tell tell you in the notes or in the case that that's what you're looking for. So I kept going to the locations and getting lost. Like, what exactly am I looking for? So you want this spiral symbol. Once you find the location that has the spiral symbol in it, then you are able to go in. Usually you have to fight a battle, and then you'll find another note that concludes what happened to that person. So it's a lot of reading, fighting, and then reading the conclusion. So I think in order to save time and monotony, while we're reading the letter, while we're reading these things back to back, we will just see the journey and the fight there, and I will add some sound effects and such if that makes sense to you. So just a small disclaimer there, because otherwise it's sort of very repetitive and kind of monotonous to watch and or experience. Once you did like a couple of these, it was like, all right, you kind of get the point, but there's so many of them. So I would say sit back, relax, and enjoy these letters from Oakmont, and then we'll get to the rest of the other cases that are a little bit more active and exciting to solve, per se. So, enjoy. Alright, so, Lullaby Crossroad. Today I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my visions somehow, because I felt the same nausea and headache as before they strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. I felt dizzy, and my mouth was full of a bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes giving me a drink and whispering something. I immediately fell asleep and spent nearly half the day lying in the dirt like a hobo. It's a miracle no one stole anything from me. BG. The recipe was left to me by my grandmother, and when Lily was little, I used it quite often. A couple of drops in her milk, and she slept sweetly all night. My husband and I finally had a little time for each other. Of course, that was long ago, and since then I haven't needed Grandma's sleeping elixir. But now everything's changed. It was 2 days ago that Bill barricaded the windows because we could not bear to see the corpses on the street. We're locked in and we're out of food. The worst are the nights. Impossible to sleep because of the squeals of death and other terrible sounds. We should flee, but there is no place to go. I'm afraid, as fate draws near, that we'll end up like the bakers. I do not want this for my little Lily. While my husband barred the entrance, I made my grandmother's tea. Lily drank her dose and went to bed, and Bill's getting faint too. It's time for me to join them. Good night, Oakmont. So she used a sleeping draught to kill her whole family? Oh, fuck. It's true. They're all dead. We don't know who wrote this, if it was mom or dad, but I think it's dad. Hard to tell who wrote the note, but both of the parents were here, and Lily was nowhere to be found, but there was a monster here that was a little bit unusual, so maybe that implies that Lily turned into the monster, which we know is possible because the doctor from the field research thing from St. Mary's mentioned that he had a patient that turned into a Wylebeast. So it's very likely that a lot of the monsters that we're facing are or were once people, right? Okay, but that's one letter solved. Hell yeah. So that the waypoint's off of it. So we found what we needed to find here. So that's the key. Let's try to go to Lone Child now. Okay, this one. The visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today I went to the eastern streets of Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was so scary to stay inside, but everything was so much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor, and there were terrifying screams from outside. I could not run, could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Get my health back up. There's child things here. FM. I do not know where Mommy and Dadby went. Mommy kissed me on the forehead and handed me Mr. Teddy and left so many days ago. I am all by myself, and Mr. Teddy and I are so cold and wet. If you have blankies, I would be so happy. If you are nice people and you find this, note, I live in a brown house with lots of flowers, but they are wet and sad now. My name is Timmy. If you help me, we can be the very best friends. Please, no more monsters. I am all red and sticky. They just left him to die? Maybe because he was sick and gonna turn? That was this one. That is so fucking sad. What the hell? There are the flowers. It's got all the flowers though. All red and sticky implies blood. Right, that he's been attacked. And is dying. And or changing? Question mark? But that's so fucking sad that they left him. Alright, well. That was depressing. Alright, so the next one on our list with this one is disgusting exaltation. No matter how different my visions may be, they are always so frightening. Today, it was man. He left a house in southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside Streets. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt the burning exaltation, a wild torrent of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing, kissing. The vision was so intense, I bent in two and threw up all my breakfast. He walked past saying something like cursed newcomers, and I prayed he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures around this man. What is that sound? Someone's been experimenting on these things. Maybe keeping people prisoner so they could turn into those things? Well, this is royally fucked up. There it is. AP. It's extraordinary, incredible, fabulous. I was right. I told them we weren't alone, that the ocean was talking to me, and now that it's flooding in, the ocean brings them with him. All these buffoons who would laugh behind my back, they now fear these wonders. At the sight of these magnificent specimens, they run in all directions, screaming. They do not realize the incredible chance they have to admire them, to contemplate their splendor. I need to get closer to these creatures. Closer, always closer. I will finally be recognized for my talent. One of these creatures might even carry my name. I will be praised by all the universities. They can't ignore me now. They'll stop thinking I'm mad. Oh joy, what pleasure. Come see me. I wait your arrival. I will take good care of you. Alright, so somebody was able to see these things before stuff showed up. Next one on the list, then. Mirrors, mirrors. I'm afraid someone stalks me. It started when I visited Western Advent and had a vision of the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections, and someone trapped, trying in vain to escape. His expression of fear and panic shook me deeply. After that, a very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but I have never caught a straight view of this stalker. I'm sure that the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. Seems it is time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. Nice. The rifle's really nice. Really appreciate it. Shotgun too. Really like it. Yeah, this is like the fool. Get out now. MG, the man in the mirror. He's gone. Ever since this infernal flood began, I kept seeing him in the mirror. The man who stole my reflection. He wore my skin like a suit, but there was nothing human beneath it. He knew I was on the other side and was looking straight at me. I covered every mirror in my house, but in vain. I could still see him in the window panes, in every puddle, even in other people's eyes. The neighbors started to look at me strangely. I couldn't sleep. I saw his face in nightmares, and when I woke up, I heard whispers coming from the looking glass. But now, he's gone. I uncovered the mirror to smash it to pieces, and he's gone. There's nothing in the reflection after all, but I feel like I'm not alone. Okay. Trippy. Okay, there's one more in Advent. This one. From behind. I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent near Oak Street. I was hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed and the visions came. I saw one man writing a letter and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow, I was both the spectator and the sitting man, but no matter how I cried out warnings or tried to move, it didn't work. It seems I lost consciousness when the killer hit the man's head, and it took me several hours to get back to the hotel after. Whoa. There it is, RV. My dear Clara, it has been years since we last saw each other, and I still can't sleep without looking at the picture you sent me of your family. I wish I had something to show, but pictures of this place would only bring you nightmares. What was I thinking when I left our hometown? I fear that I might be losing my sanity. You remember Dumont, my neighbor that works at the docks? I mentioned him in previous letters. He was always a good friend, but I don't know what happened. He started screaming in the middle of the night, chanting about lost cities and saying strange words. I was never a religious man, but I don't know how to explain his condition through science. I see strange things each time I look out the window, and I don't know if they are really there or if it's just my mind playing tricks with the mist. Somehow, the mad words of my friend started to make more sense each time I look at those wild and incomprehensible shapes. I'll return home as soon as I have enough money to do so. I hope to survive all this. Your beloved brother, Victor. Whoa. Interesting. I hope he made it back home. What is that? Antipsychotic? Let me just go ahead and take one. We can take that, and we can recover. Holy shit! Holy fuck! I take it you're Victor? I'm sorry, Victor. And you. Holy crap, he went mad. Damn, I wish I didn't have to kill him. I wish we could have just gave him like an antipsychotic or something. For a second, I didn't think, I was like, am I tripping? That it sounds like somebody's walking in the room, and then I saw him, then he shot at me. Well, that was wild. I'm sorry. Alright. They're a bit anticlimactic, because nothing really happens. You just sort of get the paper and get the whatever happened, but there's that. So I was 100% wrong, by the way, in some of these being wild goose chases. They absolutely all lead to something. I just did not know what the fuck I was doing, so there's that, of course. Terrible fetus. After this vision, I shake in fear at the sound of a child's cry. It happened in Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. I passed Ibon Street and was heading towards Oak Street, but I saw it. The thing was running so fast I didn't even understand what it was. It jumped from the window, and the vision struck me immediately. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaking hand, something like a last will. And then I saw the thing stalking him, a fetus on thin, pointy legs, with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking. I can't forget it. Looks like a medical facility. Oh shit. That's not good. We did find it. My dearest comfort, if my scrawl is an illegible scribble, forgive me. The shock of what I have delivered from the poor woman's womb has affected my nerves. Her guttural screams still ring in my ears, and her birth tragedy lurks near where I hide. Had my attendant not been attacked, I would have certainly shared her fate. The wriggling abomination that erupted from the waif's belly leapt from her body and attached itself to the nurse's throat with a wet smacking sound. Pulled behind it, the taut umbilical cord tore out the placenta in an eruption of bright blood that soaked my gown. Stunned, I looked into the mother's bulging eyes as she convulsed and bit off her own tongue between clenched and grinding teeth. Falling backwards in horror, I crawled behind a medical cabinet in the operating theater. I can now hear the sloshing movement of the afterbirth sliding across the floor as the terrible infant silently approaches. I write this account on my surgical mask with the sturdy pen you gifted me last year near Oakmont's Commons. May it now serve faithfully as my only weapon against the deformed babe. Sincere thanks, Sebastian. Holy shit. So her baby mutated? It came alive and attacked the doctors here? Holy fuck. Some of these are like, man, that sucks and this is really sad. And others are really deeply fucked up. Yeah, that was it. Alright, that's fucked up. Western Reed Heights. Voices from the pipes. I'm afraid of the bathroom and the kitchen sink. Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they'll talk to me? This began after a vision in Western Reed Heights near the crossing of Ibon, Ward, and Baker Streets. I saw a man, naked and covered in blood, in a room without doors or windows, surrounded by dark holes of the pipes. He was cutting himself piece by piece and feeding those copper mouths. They were whispering with voices so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? Could he even escape? And had they noticed me? Ooh, right there. SM. Oh, Mr. Bigley, the pipes are calling. I think you will recall that I have expressed concern about the drain pipes in my bathroom numerous times over the last month. Obvious rattles, clunks, and gurgles are of no concern to you, as you are yet to make a single visit, despite your assurances. But what about the voices, Mr. Bigley? Will they be enough to get your wrench in hand? Well, it's too late. No amount of tinkering or nut tightening can take back the offer they've made. How can I refuse? They say all I have to do is come down and join them. They've shown me a way. I don't like or understand it, but they say they've done it before many times. I just need a sharp knife. I will join them piece by piece, and when I'm all gone up here, I will be whole again down there, whole and glorious. I am nervous, but they have assured me. That said, you assured me too. No, I have no choice. They have offered immortality, ecstasy, and secrets unbound. But best of all, Mr. Bigley, the pipes are silent down there. I have been assured. So this guy literally cut himself to pieces and fed himself to the drain? Holy crap. Oh my god, he did. Okay. Yeah, that's fucked up. Nice. That's deeply fucked up. We found another one of the fucked up ones. We're making some headway on this one. The last one in Reed Heights is all the way at the end. As far as the case goes, it's static in ears. I was walking the Lumbert Street in Eastern Reed Heights when it happened again. It's not just a vision, but a noise. Hissing radio static growing louder and louder. Sure it's not Silent Hill. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it was. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. The images came after I passed Bullock Street towards Helog Street. The hissing flooded my mind, and I saw a man surrounded by radios talking to them. He was dying. I felt it. And when it happened, the vision was gone. Oh yeah, there's a basement. Okay. Oh, but right here. DC. Something, something, 19, something. My name is... well, I am uncertain. It is lost in the static. I do not know anything. I have lost it all. My mind is little but static, interspersed with bits from the radio serial that was my life. No, not my life, my existence. I hear names. Margaret, Jonathan, Albert. I hear dates, places. June 7th, 1912, at a church on a hill. It is these bits that I live for. It is the static that I will end my life for. Every day, for as long as I can remember, the static has gotten louder. I have sunk deeper as the voices grow quieter. They are being replaced. I am losing what little I have left. A new voice, unintelligible, yet one I understand more clearly than any radio program in my head. I fear for what I will become when I can no longer hold on. I'm choosing to go before the static, or the voice within it, becomes me. Goodbye, Oakmont. I have sunk even further than you. Damn, that's a tragedy. So one way or another, people have been driven to their deaths, more or less. So let's go to the shells. Central shells. Call of the ocean. Tonight the air forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotting seaweed and fish made it harder to breathe. I remembered a huge apple tree and thought it might be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner would see my seizures. The visions occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking East Brown Street in Central Shells. I felt like I was drowning. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of St. Michael's Church, I felt the water surrounding me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the mare and sink into its depths. hell? The ocean is here. The shell. Whoa. It's gone. KL. My cherished flock. K, I believe, has forsaken us, assuming, of course, any such being exists. Are we to die frightened? Are we to die mad? Death would be merciful indeed in the face of this second flood. There will be no rainbow to blossom over our corpses. The sea beckons me in a way scripture never has, as she always has done since the beasts who would be men oozed from her briny womb. I will go to seek her soon, and draw her salt-laden baptismal breath into my own lungs. May she forgive us for our hubris. Your shepherd, Reverend Zechariah James Baker. Whoa. So he drowned himself? Or looks like the ocean came to him. Done and dusted. Alright, so now we gotta go to Salvation Harbor. Somewhere in here. Forlorn woman. This city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of Salvation Harbor, near the crossing of Fitz-O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road. It came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly, and my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying, until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. Oh, damn. Ooh, right here. EK. Hi, Dad. The back room's window was broken when I woke up from my nap, so I'm gonna go look for Mom. She can't have gotten too far yet. I'm sure she'll listen to me when I find her. Sometimes when I take her food, she looks at me weird, like she remembers me. Sometimes she even reaches out through the slot and tries to grab my hand. But I do what you said and stand behind the white line, and I push the tray with the stick. And then she cries. I really hope she'll get better soon. Don't worry, Dad, I'll find her and bring her home. Love you, Rachel. Oh my goodness. So this was Mom? So Mom had turned into one of those creatures, and she was taking care of her. We don't know what happened to Dad. Probably got killed trying to go out and get like supplies or something. But oof. It's terrifying. And she was thinking like, sort of seems like it still could be her mother, but it wasn't. Damn. Last one for this case is the Innsmouther notes. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. I stood among many Innsmouthers disguised as one of them and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witches and beasts, bringing sacrifices. I still remember his name, Obed. Interesting. Slot in. Nothing down here. Oh. I take it back. There's a wall. I can feel it. Show me things. Ooh, we found an altar. Obed Marsh Diary! The 21st of March, 1856, New South Wales. On that day, we arrived near Ball's Pyramid, a giant rock around 2,000 feet high extending from the sea. The air is poisoned all around it, and you can barely see the tip of the monolith. The catch is good here, and brought us more gold. I had to give them 2 slave women we bought in Sumatra. Wretches were terrified when they saw them. Good riddance. We landed on Lord Howe Island, a few nautical miles away, for fresh water and fruit. The Hetty dinghy was put at sea at 8:15 a.m. Last time we were here in 1847, there were 3 settlers and their aboriginal wives. This time, only the women remained, and they were not the same. Tattooed, their eyes were red with blood, and dead animal carcasses were strewn around the camp. They slept on the floor beside the corpses. We drank and danced with them, and one played a strange musical flute with sounds we never heard before. One of them took me to her hut. While I was at it, between her legs in the dark, Matthews came with a torch, and I could see that above me the dead husband was hooked to the roof. The skin over his face dried like a 100-year-old apple. Bones and clothes he was, his mouth open and distorted in an endless shout. I could still see his eyes, alive and rolling, looking at me. The witch was laughing hard while wiping her thighs, all her teeth filed to a point like a wolf or a shark. We fled this cursed place, leaving the witches behind. Oh my goodness. What an endeavor. Alright. Nice, Obed. Getting it with the witches. So we did it! That was all the letters from Oakmont. Wow. That was a big case, too. Woo! The first one we got, and one of the longest, too. That took me almost 3 hours to do. That was cool. Alright.
Well, I have taken it upon myself to study the wild beasts, but need more data to confirm two of my hypotheses. One concerns the multi-handed creatures, and the other the vomiting humanoids.
This is the mission the doctor asked of us at St. Mary's. He asked us to visit a former patient and the home of an infected man known to have turned into a monstrous creature. So this is a known thing, right? They can turn into monsters. People can turn into monsters. So they're both in Salvation Harbor. We are relatively close, I think. So let's go to the former patient's shop. Dr. Grant asked me to visit a shop in central Salvation Harbor on Windheim Street south of Polaris Road. Even before the flood, the man that owned it was haunted by monsters in his dreams. He may know something useful about those creatures, and I should ask him about it. So this is a man that had visions before the flood happened. So he was affected early on by the hysteria and such. So this is on Polaris Road. It's in Salvation Harbor. I'm currently in Grimhaven Bay, but we're not too far off. So this is Polaris Road. I believe we put it here. Salvation Harbor. This is Windheim Street. This is actually behind Redemption Church, which we were here before with the last case in the last episode. We're looking for a shop, though, very specifically. So, ooh, could it be this? Fine men's clothing. Men's finest clothing. Alright. Blood tracks on the floor. Okay, so we found it. Right off the bat. And a music box is playing. I see there's blood behind the counter as well. I could use all of that. We're running a little low on bullets at the moment. Oh! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Little guy I can take. Did it turn into one? Where'd you go? Whoa! He's healing! Maybe I should shoot this one. I got that one, okay. Where's the big one? There was the big, wily one. There you are. These ones sort of... Ooh, yeah. They sort of dance around. I've encountered them running more than I have anything else. Whoa.
Seems after visiting Dr. Grant, the shop owner preferred to self-medicate.
Yep. Looks like he fucking died. Looks like he turned into something.
Those bloodstains would definitely attract wild beasts.
The shop owner's notes. The dreams returned again, even stronger than before. I feel those things touching me, crawling, leaning towards my warmth. The doctor is a Dane obsessed with his theories, but who can help me? I'm losing my mind. Today I woke up and one of the creatures was under my blanket. I smashed it on the floor and stomped it until it stopped moving, but it was no more a dream. It is real. Neither coffee nor cocainum work to stay awake. Kay, help me. Twice I have almost fallen asleep, and they appeared again. They just want cuddles! Oh, what is that? One of those things that I killed. Where are you taking me? Blood prints all over the place. Where? Down. I had a feeling it was down. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I had a feeling it was down. He's hanging. Oh, shit. That's not good. Shit. Found him.
I don't think he's going to tell me much about those monsters.
Nope. Suicide note. Can't better stay awake any longer. Can't let them take me there. Every time I see them in a dream, they appear near me, touch me with their cold hands, sting me with those tails. There's only one way to end this suffering. Kay, forgive me. Well, damn. Evidence collected. So that means I have enough to solve the case, but I don't think I found everything. The music box is really interesting. Whoa! That one runs. Where's the little guy? There you are. You're not so little, though. I got it. Got it, I got it. Where's the other one? There you are. So these guys aren't... They don't attack me. The super tentacly ones? Oh. He just wants a hug. Wasn't there more than one, though? Yeah, there you are. There you are. Oh, you're skinnier. Okay, so there's, like, mutated versions. So that's the normal Wylebeast we saw. And then the first one we killed was, like, a little bit more evolved. And then that one has all the tentacles. But that one doesn't seem to hurt me. The coffin. The fact that I can loot the coffin is so fucked. Ooh, good. I needed this. We need these stuff. I need bullets. So I think when I solve a main case, I think I get a gun. Because I somehow got the rifle and I don't know when the hell I got it. But it's very nice. Okay. Interesting though. Can I please get more? Nice. Whoa there. You're not real. But you can still hurt me. Get out of here. Is there anything secret down here though? Why am I tripping out? More coffins for me to loot. Not that one. Okay. Can I get anything? Oh no, everything's empty. Okay, good. My sanity is something bothering me. Could be the body. Is there an upstairs? No. There's gotta be something else, though. I bet it was something with the music box. Where is this music coming from? This does not appear to be moving. So they attacked him. Well, they were trying to get his warmth. And he attacked them, and they probably attacked back. Oh, there's something here. Hospital response. The disturbing dreams you complained about may be the result of helminth infestation. Your description of the creatures you see and feel while sleeping is reminiscent of some parasitic forms of life. I recommend you follow the recipe below to prepare an ointment of my own devising. This should ease your symptoms and help you get rid of any and all parasites. Ah, okay. There we go. That's all evidence. So now we can go back to the doctor with that. The shop owner's notes. And we can talk to the doctor about that. But before we do that, let's go to the home of the infected man. This is close by to us as well. This is also in Salvation Harbor. So this is on Moreland Road. Ah, here. Did I place it already? Between Higgs Lane and Benevolent Tides. Yes, I did. Sweet. Alright. Here we are. This is Moreland Road. This is the case of the infected man. So we're going to somebody who turned into a monster, and we know about it. We want to see if we can find out anything about the condition that turns them into creatures. So, home of the infected man. The man who died and turned into a monstrous creature lived in northern Salvation Harbor on Moreland Road between Higgs Lane and Benevolent Tides Road. Dr. Grant from the Oakmont City Hospital asked me to find out what happened there. So, this is Moreland Road. So, it's hard to tell where it might be. I assume it's in the boat. So let's just go around here. See if we can find anything. Maybe there's... Oh, is that a place we can dock? Right there? I see the little dot pop up for it. Maybe something like this, right here? Yeah, we found it! Yeah, hell yeah. Alright. Whoa there! Alright, that's one. I see the mind's eye. And I see a buddy! Did he turn into that? Holy crap.
Every kid's childhood dream. I wanted a toy like that too once.
Why does it have hole spots on it? Whoa. Look at that. What can we see? Did it feed upon her? Or did it take her? It's creepy blood. It looks like the slime. Anything over here? It's messing with my head. Makes sense. Anything around here? Of course, there's a creepy basement. Anything I can loot? Sweet. Could always use that. And we're around at the beginning. Okay. Is that the... No. Okay. Thought it was a body, maybe. Oh, shit. For me? Thank you. The coffins crack me up. Okay. It's a bit dark. Anything here? Nope. Something behind me, though. Interesting. Weird. What a place. Can I take any more? A little bit. Okay, so it's gotta be something more. Weird dress. It took her. So maybe he turned her just like he was turned. Ooh. This secret book. Bad dreams again. The thing under the floor keeps scratching. I told Mom, but she said it were rats. Dad told off John for playing with the slimes near the hole, but it wasn't him. I told Dad about the thing who lives in the basement, and he punished me too. Tonight I saw the head looking from the hole and cried. It comes at night and wants to do bad things to me and John. Why don't Mom and Dad believe me? I was so tired from not sleeping that I couldn't watch the hole, and today I feel so bad. My belly hurts and my mouth tastes like slimes. My mom and John say they feel bad too, and even now I hear it scratching. Whoa. So it came up from the hole, maybe? This slime got into their mouth, it infected them, and then changed them? There's gotta be something else. So way to get upstairs? Yeah, there's an upstairs. Alright, there we go. Ugh. What's up, friends? Got it. Alright, is that the three of them? Maybe mom, dad, and the daughter? Or did they have two children? Maybe John, yeah.
The slime stinks even worse than the bodies.
And it's red slime, so it's different slime. Definitely fucked. Ooh, right here.
Weeks have passed since this food was cooked.
That's disgusting. So yeah, there was 4 of them. 4 plates. Mom, dad, 2 kids. The kids were scared. Ooh, we got it. The kids were scared of something coming up from the floor.
Miss! John! You... what is happening to me?
So it turned the kids first. Then they got mom.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work. Why can't you understand that?
Mom was worried about everybody being sick, of course. Dad goes to work, but is also feeling bad.
Time to figure this out.
Okay. Interesting. So... I think the work thing, leaving. They all feel bad.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work. Why can't you understand that?
The kids turned. I wonder if it's the one down there. Because she goes, what's happening to me? Right? So maybe it infected her in the night. Yeah, the 2 kids, right? There's one here coming up from the bottom. So that's what we saw on the bed in the vision. And then it made her worse. When she saw her children, they were turned next, and then she turned too.
Miss! John! You... what is happening to me?
Fuck. Wrong again. Okay, then this one's first. And then, so they're infected. This one.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work. Why can't you understand that?
And then this is the end.
Miss! John! You... what is happening to me?
The beast crawled from the sunken basement at night and infected the family. After a short incubation period, they turned into monsters too.
Ooh. Interesting. Still didn't find everything though. Oh, never mind, I did. I was gonna be like, I swear it surged. Alright, sick. Now we can go back to the doctor. We can tell him our findings. So we gotta go out. Let's get to our waypoint. And then we can get back to Coverside where he's at the hospital. Alright, we're at the hospital. Hey doc, I got your information. Sir? I got things. Alright, let's visit the person. I visited Jim Bell's house. That's the guy that turned. And the patient with the weird dream. So let's just do the one we just did, which is the family that turned.
I checked the house of the diseased man, Bell's. His family has turned into those creatures too.
Huh. Fascinating. Did you discover the source of the contamination?
A creature emerged from their sunken basement and transformed them. I think its vomit is contagious.
If so, we must quarantine it. Those Lethian revenants are a huge threat. This city could not survive an epidemic like that.
What did you call them?
Lethian revenants. Oh, you may thank the university professor for the beast's unwieldy names.
That would be Westerbrook, probably, because we know he was studying the monsters and stuff. Alright, the patient with the weird dreams.
I called into the shop of your patient. Unfortunately, he committed suicide.
Oh, I wish I could say I was surprised. Sorry for wasting your time.
It wasn't entirely a waste. I found some evidence that sheds light on the origin of those creatures.
For what it's worth, Professor Westerbrook calls them Stygian harvesters. But what is it you found?
Your patient's diary. His dreams became too real, too confronting. He tried to stay awake using stimulants, but those Stygians appeared near him when he slept, as if they were leaking from his nightmares.
A psychic phenomenon or manifestation. How unnerving. I'm afraid he's not the only one suffering from such dreams.
There you go.
I found your studies rather interesting, Dr. Grant.
You got more?
Got more places to search?
What dedication. Thank you. Your findings have been a rich resource for the scientific cause. I've got 2 more places for you. More dangerous, one with huge monstrosities, but I'll prepare a comparable reward.
Oh, okay.
Just what am I getting myself into?
One of Oakmont's largest stores was closed after the flood hit. A looter tried to break in, but his thievery was, shall we say, interrupted.
By the big
He
boys?
was set upon by a huge Wylebeast and hardly made it out. The question is, with the building locked up tight, how did that creature get in?
So they grew. I wonder if they sort of like amalgamate, like merge into one another somehow.
What about the place with more manageable creatures?
Well, there's a restaurant here with a bad reputation, not for its food, but for women disappearing.
Oh.
The police found nothing. I treated the partner of one missing girl. He arrived here severely injured and told me about the jumping maws.
He was at the restaurant too, I suppose.
Indeed. And what's curious is the place is still open. Please investigate and find out how that's possible.
Yeah, alright.
Bye.
Interesting, interesting. Look at that. Westerbrook's Guide Part 2. And Part 1. I love that we did this after doing the case with the EOD, because we know who Professor Westerbrook is and what his work was about. So being able to do that after, we don't have to do any catching up or anything like that. It's really nice to just be able to know what he's talking about. Oh, there we go. Research on Oakmont's post-flood fauna by Professor E. Westerbrook, Oakmont University. Part 1, Stygians. Locals brought me several kinds of creatures, saying they just appeared in their homes. The exemplars have multiple limbs with human-like palms. Ugh. They are resistant to poisons and acids. Only one breed, the Stygian harvester, is aggressive, and it has a claw-like stinger that can cause grievous wounds. The rarest breed of Stygians is the smoker. It emits huge amounts of fumes, then lurks among them. But I am fascinated by the Stygian weaver. Somehow it can restore the tissues of other Wylebeasts. Oh, so that's what's going on. So there's one that can heal the others. There's one that emits smoke, maybe to hide. And then the normal ones that we see that have the stinger that just attacks you. That's cool to know. Oh, and these guys, Letheans. Alright, so Letheans forms resemble humans. After numerous autopsies, I can state with confidence that there are multiple pathogens which cause these mutations in human victims. Their bulb-like colonies act like additional hearts, ensuring the flow of lymphatic liquids filled with bacteria. The fluid is gathered in the former human's stomach and may be expelled by the Letheans with immense force. The less studied immortals have rapid regeneration, and I have received reports about wraiths that disappeared. We've seen all of these. So the rapid regeneration ones, so I guess you just have to hit them fast enough that they can't regenerate from that and die. The disappeared ones are the invisible ones, and they call those wraiths. And then the normal Letheans. That's cool. Nice. Alright, and we got 2 more for this. Alright. The suspicious restaurant in Eastern Reed Heights and Western Reed Heights. Well, that's unfortunate. The locked shop Dr. Grant asked me to check the shop on Ward Street in Western Reed Heights between Bourbon Road and Sam Reed Street. The looter tried to shoplift there and was attacked by a giant Wylebeast. Find out what's going on. Okay, so Western Reed Heights is all the way up at the top. It's all the way over here, somewhere. This is where the university is. Ward Street and Sam Reed. Okay, so right here then. So somewhere here. It's a store, they said. Boots and shoes. Is it this? Oh yeah. Wait a second. Let's do some of that. Let's do some of loading. Since there's something big here. Nice. The bullets were very needed. Sick. And can I make anything else? Nope. But we can pick stuff up, so that'll be alright. Is it the extra big boy? My guess is yes. We faced these guys before, so I'm not too worried. Extra big boy? I hear him. I don't see him though. Is he gonna come to me? Oh yeah, he's gonna come to me. What's up, buddy? Got him. Woo! No hugs. Dead. Woo! He exploded. That's new. Nice. He almost killed me, but he didn't. Sick. Yeah, I'm so glad that I did this like now instead of before. I would have been flipping my shit. Alright. Big dead guy. Definitely found the right place, that's for sure. Alright, he's gonna melt into the floor. Let me get some of this. Beautiful. Alright, now let's investigate the shop, shall we? Let me get some of... nothing, really. Damn. Alright, that's fine. We'll get it upon the rewards. Ugh. More green slime. Oh shit. Somebody was doing something. Mother's Grace. The fecund mother devours the weak flesh. The fecund mother gives new life to those consumed, a new birth in many forms. The fecund mother has many children, and her family grows. The fecund mother is kind, for anyone may be her child. But bad children are purged and left outside in the cold light. Keep the secrets of your mother, and she will grant you eternity. So this is very relevant. We know exactly what this is. We saw it at the bottom of the old Redemption Church. Alright, so this is related to all that from the last case.
This putrid slime is everywhere. I'll take a sample for Dr. Grant to examine.
That's honestly perfect because ooze sample is funny. A lot of corpses here, Christ. So the fecund mother creates copies of you. They're trying to take over. That's interesting. Is there anything else I can do down here? I didn't feel any... Oh, this?
The slime stinks even worse than the bodies.
Yeah. Anything more? I can just walk over the bodies. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna grab this. Thanks. Anything over here? Oh, just shiny. Alright, so far so good. I guess we go upstairs. And then... There's gotta be something around here, right? Oh yeah. The cultist letter. Neophyte! The fecund mother blesses you. Your servitude has been noticed. You will have the chance to join the inner circle and see our mother with thine own eyes. Our brothers carry the bodies of her abandoned children. To prove yourself worthy, prepare a place where they can be hidden and forgotten forever. In return, the fecund mother will embrace you and grant you her generous gifts. Oh yeah, he got real involved with the cult over here, whoever the shop owner was.
Those bags stink worse than a barrel of rotten fish. Or fisk, whatever.
Yeah. There you go, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Tell me. Show me things.
Quick, bring them in before the neighbors see us. Are those the last ones?
Sounds like Brutus Carpenter. Could be a fake one.
I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Oh no, it's the shop owner. It's the shop owner. So he hid the bodies just as they asked. Oh, nope. Where's the downstairs? Yep, this works.
Okay, let's see what we
Oh,
have
shit.
here.
So oh, all the bodies. They morphed into whatever became that creature? The shop owner did it. Like, he was the one that turned, I think. But with all the bodies. Okay. I think it's just 1, 2, 3.
Quick, bring them in before the neighbors see us. Are those the last ones? I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Members
Nice.
of a cult were disposing of bodies in the basement of the shop. The corpses merged together to form a huge monstrosity.
Nice. Hell yeah. And all evidence collected. That's what I like to see. Alright, sick. Alright, then we continue. So now we gotta go to the restaurant that is still open. Hell yeah. Done and dusted. So this is now on the other side of Reed Heights. Sick. Alright, so this one. Suspicious Restaurant. This is in eastern Reed Heights on Willow Lane between Herald Street and Bullock Street. So somewhere like here. So that's Herald Street. This is Bullock Street. And this is Willow Lane. So we're looking for a restaurant. Is this it? Maybe it's this? Oh yeah, it's this. Found the restaurant. Count Ugolino Restaurant. Oh, nice. Oh, what the hell? Who the fuck? My sanity, my sanity. Why were the guys trying to shoot me? Oh, he disappeared. Shit. Oh, fuck. They're both back. Shit. Bad. Sure wish I had my rifle. the trap. Shit. I'm out of bullets. Is there anything I can collect? Okay, I got my trap back. Come here. I got one, okay. Get out of here. Shit. Oh, yeah. I figured. I had nothing. That's one. That's two. Fuck! I don't want to die. Please don't die. Okay, okay, okay. Come here, fucker. Is there one more? Think we're good? Okay, I think it was only the three of them. I'm still tripping out though. Okay, I saw this. Ow! Oh yeah, those things. Staff needed. Count Ugolino restaurant is preparing to reopen. Kitchen hands, dishwashers, waiters, and waitresses needed. All interested parties should come to Count Ugolino for an interview with Chef Armand Myers. That's actually really funny, by the way, because Count Ugolino, if memory serves, isn't that Dante's Divine Comedy? And he, like, betrayed his party or something like that and was forced to be locked away and starved to death or something like that with his sons. So the fact that this is a restaurant is actually really fucking ironic. That's fucked up. I think that's right. I think it's Inferno? I used to love... I still love Dante's Inferno, Dante's Divine Comedy. Alright, that's something. Formal invitation letter. Dear Mr. Throgmorton, it is my pleasure to invite you to a tasting of exclusive and exquisite dishes, which will be taking place at the Count Ugolino restaurant in 2 weeks' time. This is a closed event, and only the most honorable guests will be in attendance. I hope you will join us. Sincerely yours, A. Myers, Chef. Alright. So he's got a lot going on down here. There's a kitchen down below. Look, oh, and a lot of blood. Is there an upstairs? Maybe like more dining area. I bet it's downstairs, whatever it is. Fire's burning in here. Who are those cop guys that came to shoot at me? Was that just because I went outside and startled people and they just happened to come by? Mysterious disappearance. The police have started to look into the disappearance of several young women in Advent. Witnesses say they saw the missing victims visit Count Ugolino restaurant, but the police investigation found nothing illegal. Chef Armand Myers rejects all accusations of impropriety. Is he cooking them? Mrs. Lovett style? Ooh, that was nice. Can I get some... Shell casings really are killing me. That's the thing that gets me the most. Alright. Let's go down below. Let's see what awaits us down there.
The door won't budge.
Of course it won't. Gotta hop down, huh? I can do that. Holy crap. Oh yeah, he was killing them.
Well, I don't think the health inspector will be pleased.
That's all he's got to say. He's so nonplussed about it. That's funny as fuck. Do I hear somebody cutting? Warning shot. Cutting up another lady. Recipe for human meat. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Cut the flesh from the young woman's hip into 4-ounce pieces, then pound each strip into a thickness of 1/3 inch. Season with black pepper on each steak. Lay 1 slice of cheese, a few leaves of sage, and 2 slices of prosciutto. Roll into pinwheels. Heat the oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Quickly brown the pinwheels on the outside. I hope my new patrons enjoy the dish. It's fucking disgusting. Alright, he went nuts. Anthropophagia. I was always sure my dishes could not be matched. Those who taste human flesh always crave for more. It is difficult to find enough meat for my patrons. They spend all their time hiding in the basement, pleading to be fed again. Today I went downstairs and saw how the patrons had changed. They love my cooking so much that their bodies have adapted to consume more. I cannot let them down. I must post new ads in Oakmont Chronicle. My funds are running low. Guess I'll have to find a new prosperous patron to support my business. And he was gonna use Throgmorton. Was he gonna cook him or just gonna use him for... Is a secret something? It's over here. Here? No. Oh, here? Oh, fuck. Feeding it to the animals, too? So he's feeding creatures.
My esteemed patrons, presenting my latest delicacy. Don't be greedy. Don't hurry to eat, please. You'll always be my most well-regarded clients.
So those things that we saw when we entered, those were his patrons, his patients that he was feeding. That's why he was killing people. That's disgusting. Do we get everything? Maybe? Guess not. That's a bit sad. We'll find it. Over here.
These aren't your typical kitchen utensils.
Definitely not. He's busy distracted by the bathtub, I suppose. Anything else around here? This is just locked. Oh, it's open now. Nice. So the patrons came up to munch on me, huh? They got greedy. Fucking A. People really went nuts around here. Bring it up here. We can go this way if we want. Is there anything? There's something usually small and subtle that I'm missing. Ah! Like that.
The blood is still fresh.
This is what he's using to knock people out. Boom, baby. Ba-ba-boom, baby. Alright. Well, we know exactly what the fuck happened here. Alright. Let's get rid of this. It is done. We can go back to the good doctor. And we can tell him what we have found. Which is horrifying nonetheless. Alright, so we gotta go to the waypoint, which is just by me in Old Grove North. And then we'll go to the doctor. Hey Doc, I got things for you, buddy. Fucked up things. It is cool to learn about the creatures, though, I will say. Even just to know a little bit about them. Alright, I investigated the restaurant.
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be an understatement.
Understatement.
Good grief. What happened?
The cook was mad, a cannibal, and fed those jumping monstrosities on human flesh. He called them patrons.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after the flood. I think we now know why.
Oh, yeah.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific transformation?
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cositians, as Westerbrook calls them, were once men?
Is that what those creatures are called?
I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be interested in. Even took a sample for studying.
What did you discover? I was sure a huge creature could not have wandered inside unnoticed.
Nope.
The cult of the Fecund Mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead bodies.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything. Maybe that's the cause of this unnatural rebirth.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
He's so fascinated.
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the Wylebeasts. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
People should be informed. Inform the authorities. I mean, both, but fuck the authorities. They're not really doing anything to help.
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and others.
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already? I must insist you keep all this confidential.
I thought you wanted help.
And I will, but we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Okay, I think it's up to him then.
Bye.
Nice, we did it! Case complete! Hell yeah. Oh, we get more guide. And I got the plague doctor. Alright. As far as the lore goes... Yeah, so the Cositians, as he called them. So those are those jumping things. So they were once men. Also share common traits with humans. The most fascinating phenomenon is their digestive tract. The part which resembles the head is in fact their maw, with extremely strong jaws. The brain-like organ and hearts are located beneath a body part I have labeled the stomach sac. The sac is the core of the digestive tract and consists of several stomachs that can greatly enlarge at will. During dissection, I found human bones within. The older specimens can even throw off the bone-filled stomachs and regenerate new ones. Is that what it's chucking at me? Stomachs? That's nasty. So these things are created from cannibalism. And the green slime, maybe? Or this is the green slime. Acheronians. The biggest and most dangerous of the new post-flood arrivals are the Acheronians. They can swallow a whole human body and are extremely resilient. But most importantly, their tissues respond to reanimation no matter how long they were dead. We saw that in the experiment with Westerbrook. This marvelous creature can be revived by applying the proper discharges to the main neural cord located on its neck. I have hypothesized that if we were able to extract the substance from its glands, perhaps we would hold the key to curing death itself. Yeah, he's playing Dr. Frankenstein with all that. Interesting, though. Very, very fascinating. Alright, that's a case done. Boom, baby. Alright, let's do historical heritage. This should be pretty easy.
Hi, Editor Sydney here. So, in case you don't remember, Historical Heritage is a quest that we picked up on our way into St. Mary's for a different quest, the previous case that we were on. And this quest asks us to find these various historical heritage sites around Oakmont and learn about the history of them. The actual letter wants to preserve them in the flood and all of that, but there's nothing that we need to do in terms of taking pictures or anything physical for the sites. What we need to do is visit these various sites and do a reconstruction of events, and through the reconstructions we learn about the history of Oakmont, and usually one of these locations is connected to one of the grand families, so we get to learn about that. We get to learn about how the people of Oakmont felt about the heritage site that was put up. And we also get to learn a little bit more about the events of the flood, how this all happened 6 months ago. It's not a 100% perfect reconstruction of everything, but it is giving us a lot more information about the city of Oakmont itself. And that is very fascinating since we have to spend so much time here. So we've done 2 of these quests already. I will go ahead and play the reconstructed events of those so you can remember what happened at those 2 places. That was St. Mary's and Redemption Church. And then we'll go ahead and hit the rest of the locations and go from there to finish out this quest. So enjoy a little bit of Oakmont's historical heritage.
New victims.
New victims. And if the flood won't relent, there'll be even more.
I'll send whatever help I can, but there's no room here. We have our hands full.
This way. Stay by the fire while I try to find you some medicine.
The flood was sudden and hit the city hard. The hospital staff tried to help, but quickly ran out of room and medicine.
Whoa. Maybe this?
Make it quick, Reverend, I implore you. I lost everything to this fire. My house,
This fire.
family. No need to recite every single bloody name.
You cannot build here. It's cursed. Cursed. The skies smote the carpenters for their sins. You cannot build a church in this place.
And then they did.
Good. Let this place be our legacy. May the horror that befell the carpenters be forgotten, and hope take its place. Esse quam videri.
The old Carpenter Manor stood here centuries ago, until a fire destroyed it and killed most of the family. The church was built over the ruin.
Okay, so this used to be where they lived. This was the manor, the original manor of the Carpenters. We need to go to the university, we need to go to the fish market, and St. Michael's Church. So all easy locations to go to. Let's hit up the fish market, I guess, and be on our merry way. They're all by waypoints. The only one that we haven't been to is St. Michael's Church, so it should be relatively easy. This, right?
The fish market you see now was sponsored by the generous Blackwood family and maintained by the Honorable Marsh family from Innsmouth.
There we go. Alright, let's learn.
What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. That's our market.
Yikes. There's a shootout that happened here.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
Okay, so when the Innsmouthers came, they were supported initially, right? But something took out the Blackwoods, so maybe this is the event that did that?
Being good Christians, we're giving the Innsmouth refugees a chance to earn their bread. So pack up and leave the fish market.
Time to figure this out.
Okay, so that's the threat. Okay, so I think at the end here, we're gonna help the Innsmouthers here.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
Yep. And then the Christian faction did not want them here.
Being good Christians, we're giving the Innsmouth refugees a chance to earn their bread. So pack up and leave the fish market.
They did not, so a shootout happened.
What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. That's our market.
No. That's our market. So maybe the reverse then? I still think this might be first. Damn, I'm really fucking it up today.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers.
We were doing so
We
good.
expect the Marsh family to keep
What are you doing? You can't just kill a...
being good Christians. We're giving the Innsmouth
This is the end?
refugees a chance to earn their bread. So pack up and leave the fish market.
No. Maybe this.
Being good Christians, we're
gonna give them the chance to earn their
Innsmouth
bread.
refugees a chance to earn
They didn't,
their
so there's a
bread.
shootout.
What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. That's our market.
And the Blackwoods put an end to it, saying they will support.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
The Innsmouthers took over the fish market with the help of the Blackwoods, who cut a tidy deal with the Marshes.
Alright, there we go. So, Christians were unhappy that the Innsmouthers moved in. The Blackwoods protected them. And that was that. But everything deteriorated over time. Alright, sick. That was nice and easy. And then we'll go to the university, because we know where that is. That's easy. We can take this off. Let's go over here to Oakmont University. Boom. Right here.
This commemorates all the brave researchers of Oakmont University who gave their lives in the cause of scientific knowledge.
Alright, so this is Throgmorton's realm, the university. So why did they give their lives?
Here, Mr. Throgmorton. It's the third monolith to appear since the flood. Luckily, the university is relatively untouched.
Alright.
Mr. Throgmorton doesn't care how many lives will be lost. You must find out the origin of this monolith. Continue.
Is that Professor Doe?
I can't do anything with this disease. You must stop the research and keep away from this rock. It's the best solution.
Time to figure this out.
That's the doctor. The monolith.
Here, Mr. Throgmorton. It's the third monolith to appear since the flood. Luckily, the university is relatively untouched.
Okay. Maybe I can't help?
I can't do anything with this disease. You must stop the research and keep away from this rock. It's the best solution.
I think it's Professor Doe's silhouette. Looks like her picture.
Mr. Throgmorton doesn't care how many lives will be lost. You must find out the origin of this monolith. Continue.
Throgmorton was researching the monoliths that appeared after the flood came to Oakmont. He was determined. Even deaths didn't stop him.
There we go. We've seen a couple of them, like in Salvation Harbor, but those right there. You see that? They're like sticking out of the ground. Very interesting. Alright, so that's the university. The last one we need is St. Michael's. Central Advent between University Street and St. Boltoff's Road. So, University... St. Michael's. Oh, and Boltoff's. Oh, yeah, it's this church. I was here before. Alright, we can just go to this waypoint. Alright, so it is directly behind us. It's this creepy patch of land right here. Oh, yeah. That's a monolith, too, behind it. They grew behind it. Creepy. Something wrong with this one. This is probably the Cthulhu church.
The door won't budge.
But yeah, we need a plaque, right? something that tells us about the church. Ah, right here.
St. Michael's Church of the Burning Bush. Let the flame redeem your sins.
Tell me things. Alright, here we go.
Burn the riches, and your sins will be burned with them. Feed the sacred fire.
Burn your riches, and your sins will be burned with it.
Praise the holy fire. Praise the flaming K.
Praise the flaming K.
After death, flames will consume all. The sinners will burn, but the righteous will bathe in it like warm milk. Fire is the love of our K.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Maybe fire is the love of our K?
After death, flames will consume all. The sinners will burn, but the righteous will bathe in it like warm milk. Fire is the love of our K.
They burn everything here.
Burn the riches, and your sins will be burned with them. Feed the sacred fire.
And then they go to burn something.
Praise the holy fire. Praise the flaming K.
Bitch. Maybe it's the reverse? Since they're going up the hill? Okay, so they burned all their stuff.
Burn the riches, and your sins will be burned with them. Feed the sacred fire.
They walked up.
Praise the holy fire.
And then they
Praise
burned
the
themselves.
flaming K.
After death, flames will consume all. The sinners will burn.
I bet everybody burns, though.
Bathe in it like warm milk. Fire is the love of our K.
These fire worshippers are zealous. I wonder what other rites they use to glorify their flaming deity.
Boom. Case complete. Hell yeah. Nice. So I'm surprised that we don't have to do any pictures of them or anything like that, but it was just a random note that we picked up. Alright. Extra hours. So this is a case that we picked up from a cop that we saw in the Seven Oaks bar, and he wants us to help catch a killer that is going unnoticed or unpursued by the police because there's so many other things that are going on. So he wants our help. So we have to go to crime scenes in order to take pictures. I'll let him explain it here.
It's you, the man who made the boss blow a gasket. Caleb never thought a newcomer would make him look such a fool to Mr. Throgmorton.
It's not my fault you guys didn't check the warehouse.
He's a cop.
I know. No hard feelings, pal. Impressive work finding the killer. Maybe you can help me with another one. The name's Sam Shaw. Take your drink and let's talk.
Didn't I hear something about a prohibition?
Of course. This place merely sells juice. Old fermented grape juice. A tonic for your health. So, how about that business?
I don't want it for free.
We can talk, but I don't work for free.
I know. Still, the task is simple, so I can't offer a lot. I just need a few photos of crime scenes. What do you say?
Interesting.
You're the police officer. Why can't you take the photos yourself?
The cases fell to other detectives, but they've let them slip through the cracks. I can't go behind the backs, but an outsider...
Tell me where to find the bodies.
Alright.
Here are 3 file cards with names and addresses. Bring me photos of the victims, then I can start to get this moving again. I'll be waiting upstairs for those 3 photos. Please, try to be discreet in this matter.
You mean don't shoot everyone that comes in the room? Alright.
Take care.
Extra hours. That's how we get the police case, huh? Police outfit. Alright. So we have their names and addresses. So we gotta go to the rich apartment crime scene, the fishing housing crime scene, and the manor crime scene. So this is in Old Grove. This is in Reed Heights. And this is in Salvation Harbor. So let's go ahead and go to the Reed Heights one. I'm closest to that at the moment. So this is Reed Heights, south of University Street. So right here. So it's directly behind me. Alright, I'm at the first apartment scene, the first crime scene. So this is a flat in southwestern Reed Heights. Somewhere here. So I'm guessing this one. There's a lucky turnaround. Crime scene? E. Brian's apartment. Nice. Alright, let me do some loading because you know what that symbol means. It means we got some monstrous friends. There we go. Alright, let me get the shotgun out. So all we have to do is take photos of the crime scene. We don't have to do anything else. The officer is going to get his team to do the work, if he can. But he just needs more evidence to prove his theory that it's a serial killer, I think. Something like that. Nice. Woo! Woo! Fuck. Damn, how many bullets do you take? These guys. It's not worth it. They jump around too much. What's up, buddy? Holy shit, holy shit. Rifle, rifle, rifle. I just got all this stuff too. Oh, oh, come on. I was gonna, one more shot or two would have done him. No monsters yet. Okay. Because I'm just looting people's apartments. Oh. Is that the crime scene? Probably. Nice. Alright. I have a lot of stuff to make. Is this it? Oh yeah, that's the crime scene. Alright. But there's an infestation here? So far no enemies have shown up. Even downstairs when I went back after dying. E. Brian membership card. This card certifies that E. Brian was a member of good standing in the Oakmont Photo Club. He joined after the flood. Okay. Holy fuck!
Instantly.
Got both of them? Holy shit. Got the little guy. This isn't contaminating the scene. Whoa! Come on, come on. Got him, I got him, I got him, I got him. Really? The explosion killed me? I'm gonna have to do that again. Because it's randomly generated. Fuck. Staying away. Explode. I'm not even going over there until you explode. Or melt. If you don't explode, I'm gonna be mad. Because why'd you explode last time? They haven't exploded until the field research case. Alright, now he's puddled. Perfect. We got the membership card. So this is what we want to take a picture of for the case. Flash!
A precise strike. He died almost instantly.
So are we... Oh, all evidence collected. Sick. Alright. Easy enough. So we can get to the next case now. Which is... Salvation Harbor... or Old Grove. Let's go to Old Grove. R. Becker in a manor in Old Grove. I'm right here. I think it's this house. My guess is it's this house. Unless there's other ones that we can go into. I'm guessing it's this. Looks a bit like a crime scene. I guess the reason they want to investigate the crime is because it's infested. Can I make any grenades? Since they're decidedly throwing everything at me. Okay. Oh, he's in the middle. Holy shit.
I'm guessing it wasn't suicide.
Nope. Well, that was easy to find him. Damn. Key evidence collected. But where are the things around us? It says it's infested. So I'm assuming... Oh. Fire? Nope. Table. Bracelet. Ooh.
I haven't known you long, but you mean so much to me.
Is that the cop from the case? Oh, that's why he wants us to investigate. Because it was his friend. Oh. Maybe a lover? And no one cares. Ooh, not down there. Interesting. Where's the infested part of this, though? Oh, we found it. A membership of the photo club. So they're all a part of the photo clubs. Holy shit. Shit. Gotta move. I got it. Done. Getting better at that. Alright. Member of the photo club. So all these people were members of the photo club. And whoever is either running the club or someone in the club is hunting down various members in it. There we go. We already got the pieces together. Nice. Full up on stuff, which means I can make stuff. Oh, yes, now we're cracking. Now we got some items to deal with all this. Nice, hell yeah. We're doing much better on all the stuff, which is great. Alright, last location. Last crime scene. Is the fishing house. So this is in Salvation Harbor on 7 Oak Street between Octopus Ave and Skipper. rented the place from a local fisherman, the house of J.R. Nelson, which is a victim. And this is also by where we got the case entirely, so... Hell yeah. So let's go there. Old Grove West. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. Salvation Harbor. So I'm guessing we want by the old Seven Oaks bar. Ooh, this could be it. Yep, it's spot on. Alright, so we're at the fishing house. I think this is it. The fishing house crime scene on 7 Oak Street between Octopus and Skipper. Looks about right to me. Let's make sure everything is reloaded, so we know what's coming for us. Alright, what do we got going on? J.R. Nelson's house. Found it! That's... Woo! Stop it. Alright, I got that. Where's the other one? Got that. Woo! Where else? Where else? Oh, there's a big one. I got it. Stop it. Woo! There's something else? Yep, something else. Alright, I got it. Making more of a mess of the crime scene than anything else. Oh, this one heals! You're toast. Alright, it's one of the healers, that's why. So it popped back up after I thought it might have been dead. Alright, I think we got everything in here. There's the dude. Absolutely toast. Nice.
Poor man was trying to escape, but met his end after a single savage attack.
All single savage attacks, quick blows, instant, near instant death. Where's that photo card that I'm expecting to find? Right up here? Yep. In good standing at the Oakmont Photo Club. Good standing is, interesting. Can't carry any more of that. Fair enough. Alright, pull up on it all. Nice. So we did it. So that's all of the crime scenes all together. We can report back to the cop. We can ask him about his relationship with the previous victim, the one in Old Grove. We can give him the evidence and tell him that the lead is the photo club, so that'll be really nice. Alright, so I gotta get in my boat. Oh, in the boat. What the hell? What the hell just happened? Oh, I guess I automatically clicked it. Trying to get in the boat. Alright, so we gotta go back up where we were to Salvation Harbor West, and this guy was in the 7 Oaks bar, so. On we go! Alright, here we go. Our bar should be right about somewhere. Where is our bar? There's our bar. And our man. Should be inside here. No? Private room on the 2nd floor of the bar. Gotcha. So he is here. 2nd floor. Private room. Hey, there you are. What's up, buddy? Alright. All the victims are connected. I know why you're so invested. Here are the photos.
I know why you wanted this case cracked. Found some clues in Becker's house. You were close, weren't you?
How dare you? I He was special. A man you meet only once in life. He understood me. I won't stop until I find those who did it.
I'm sorry for your loss, Sam. And don't worry, I'm a private eye. Emphasis on the private.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it.
Alright, and then all the victims are connected.
There's a link between all the victims. I found these cards in each house.
A photography club membership. They all had them.
Yeah. Seems like a good place to investigate.
Thank you, Reed. I knew you'd find something. I might pay this club a visit. See if there's anyone who has an issue with them.
I got those photos you wanted. You got my compensation?
Terrific, thank you. Here, take this.
Some of these were pretty horrible. I hope you find the killer.
Me too.
Me too, Reed. Me too.
Me 3.
Take care.
Nice! Hell yeah. I'm so full up on everything though. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. So we got the police costume, which is nice. Sweet. Alright. I think I've got one more case in me to do. Let's do Through the Looking Glass. This was the one that we were continuing of Throgmorton's to figure out what happened with Herbert Glover. We wanted to find out what happened to the mirror originally. We found out what happened. There was a woman that stole it and had it stolen. Her men were the ones that accidentally killed Herbert Glover, and he wants to find her and the mirror. So there's a study in the manor itself. We can go through Robert Throgmorton's father Francis's things, and we can find a lead to figure out who this woman might be in order to figure out the case itself. So let's do this. We'll go ahead and go to the Old Grove Manor. Alright, this is Francis' study. So here we are. This is the study. This is where we can find out about Francis Throgmorton, and also, hopefully, the woman that stole the mirror that has something to do with him.
Seems an ambitious expedition. Like father, like son.
Discovers unknown Africa.
Curious craftsmanship. These must be worth a fortune.
Interesting. So he's an adventurer, a conqueror.
1891 must have been a busy year for Francis.
Apparently. Exclusive interview. Francis Throgmorton's expedition to Africa has proven to be one of the most ambitious, if sadly underappreciated, undertakings of 1891. He has returned with numerous historical artifacts, invaluable anthropological research, a newborn son, christened Robert, and a plethora of fascinating cultural insights. Today, in an exclusive interview with the Oakmont Chronicle, he has agreed to share some of those insights with us. Could Rosie be mom? That might be a thing. Because he does have the ape-like features. Oh, something here. Something. Boxes? Boxes. Safe.
Now, that kid looks a little familiar.
Yeah, it's Robert Throgmorton. Ooh, does he have a sister, maybe? That's the other side of the picture with mom and the girl. Private correspondence. 12/12/1894. Francis, divorce is no simple matter these days. It never has been in my legal practice. You must clearly define the fault you shall present to the court, the most common options being cruelty, adultery, or an incurable mental illness. It is my impression that your firstborn's death at the tender age of 7 dealt a blow to Bethany's health. I do sincerely hope she recovers, but the court won't share my concerns. Besides, Oakmont Asylum seems to be a very well-run place. Regards, Chauncey. So he sent his wife to an insane asylum to get rid of her. And he lost his first son. So Robert is not the first son, maybe? So maybe he had a, I don't know, I'm gonna say a more human-looking child that died. The wife went crazy, and then he did something to the lineage, maybe with Rosie, to do something with, to have Robert Throgmorton, the guy we know. Is there anything else around the house? I don't think so. Unless there's more in the study, perhaps. Or maybe more to talk to with Throgmorton himself. Oh yeah. Tell me about Bethany. That would be Mom, right?
I had some questions about Bethany.
I beg your pardon. I don't believe I know anyone of that name.
Well, it came up during the investigation. See, your father divorced, and his ex-wife's name was Bethany.
Say no more. It is beyond my earliest memories, but even if it weren't, my father's business is his own. I shall not engage in gossip.
Okay.
Your father led an expedition back in 1891. Do you know anything about it?
I'm not the best person to ask, I'm afraid. I was a babe in arms back then, and my father never made his findings public.
I'm sure you were one of them.
It's a great shame, of course. His work would have turned the science of evolution on its head.
Yeah, I can see that. Have a good day.
The insinuation. The balls that we have towards Robert Throgmorton is pretty funny. Okay. That's interesting. So that's key evidence that we found, but not all evidence. There must be more in the study then. Let me go take a look. It's usually a small piece of paper that I'm missing. Ooh, up here.
I'm looking sharp, but I guess that's the point.
There you go. Is that everything now? There we go. It's always something small that you're just not looking at. Alright, nothing fancy though. So, we need to go to the asylum. Yep, the asylum. Okay. So the asylum's over here. Alright. Straight shot. Oh yeah, that's some asylum gates if I've ever seen any. Creepy place. Oh boy. What jury weather for this? This'll be good. Alright, here we are. Hello.
I'm looking for Bethany Throgmorton. You got any patients by that name?
We'd know if we had a Throgmorton. Although, we do have a Bethany. Or rather, we did. She's missing. And not on one of her usual walks.
You mean she broke out?
Yes. Knocked an orderly out cold.
Oh shit.
She was out the door in a moment. It took us all by surprise. She's usually harmless.
Interesting.
Any idea where she went?
No. She had been odd recently, though. Muttering to herself, and she drew this strange picture on her bedroom wall.
That's interesting. Can I take a look at her room?
I suppose it couldn't hurt. She had a separate room downstairs. Here's the key, but do watch out for broken glass.
Alright. Could the woman that stole the mirror be Bethany, maybe?
Bye.
Oh, I wanted to ask...
Anything I can help you with?
The walks? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It's downstairs, right? On mountains of truth you can never climb in vain. Oh, well. Downstairs? Yeah, here we go. Oh, a mirror. Hypodermic tablets. Keosine?
There's enough dope left in here to knock out a horse.
Damn. Broken mirror.
The blood's almost dry.
Oh yeah. Holy shit. What a room. So she's been in here all this time.
At 7 years each, That's a lot of bad luck. I'm glad it's not mine.
So she's been in here all this time. That's crazy. The other half of the picture. So the firstborn son.
Huh. Was this taken at gunpoint?
Oh.
Someone had a field day defacing these.
Oakmont Chronicle. Francis Throgmorton. Probably talking about how he's single, right? Because we saw the other newspaper. Bethany's note. All I do for my dear Hammond. I cannot forget that. Shame on me for thinking that reprobate Squint had more common sense than greed in him. He got the mirror, and I do not care how he did it. But when the time came for the exchange, he wanted more. So much more he had the gall to threaten me. Said he'd find a new buyer. What's done is done. No one has the right to come between a mother and her child. So she's trying to bring back Hammond from the dead, maybe, with a mirror? So I'm right. It is the woman that hired those two to steal the mirror from Throgmorton. Throgmorton's in mourning. Young Hammond Throgmorton, Francis Throgmorton's firstborn, has been pronounced dead, mortally injured in a mysterious accident during a family holiday. Little Hammond could not be revived, despite the doctor's best efforts. The funeral will be held later this week, with only family and close friends attending. In this dark and tragic hour, we are trying to remain grateful for all that we have, including baby Robert, shared Francis Throgmorton. As my sole remaining heir, I will do all I can to protect him. Maybe including hiding his mother and his would have been older brother then, maybe too?
I will find it, baby boy. I promise. Just tell me more.
Oh, damn. So she's trying to find a way to bring him back. Or she speaks to him through the mirror.
Stop right there.
She takes him out.
You no longer have any power over me. I have found my Hammond. He's shown me the way.
The mirror?
Randall Glassworks in Salvation Harbor. I can't believe it. The answers have been there since last century.
Time to piece this one together.
Okay, so she finds out the news.
Randall Glassworks in Salvation Harbor. I can't believe it. The answers have been there since last century.
She breaks the mirrors.
You no longer have any power over me. I have found my Hammond. He's shown me the way.
He's shown me the way. And then she takes the attendant out.
Stop right there.
Bethany escaped the asylum after getting the mirror from Glover. Next stop looks to be a factory called Randall Glassworks.
So she goes on walks, she escapes, she leaves. Is that everything? Or no, it's not. Is there anything here? Broken mirrors?
At 7 years each, that's a lot of bad luck. I'm glad it's not. Someone had a field day defacing these.
What's on the wall? Oh, something over here. Indecent poster. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else down there that I've been able to see. This is the front.
Seems that Bethany had a thing for mirrors. You know anything about that?
Oh, yes. Poor soul. She was convinced there was a boy called Hammond living in her mirrors. She talked to him every day.
I see. Bye.
Boom. Alright. So she was convinced Hammond, her firstborn son, was in the mirrors. And they don't know she's a Throgmorton, so they lied about who she was. Interesting. Alright, well, we gotta go to the Glassworks factory in Salvation Harbor, Randall Glassworks, so... Oh no, we don't know where it is. City Hall Archive, we have to research it. Okay. Can do that. I feel like it'd be faster to just go to Salvation Harbor and ask somebody. But alright. Can we just hippity-hoppity over the wall? This is where the waypoint is. Sweet. Alright, here we go. City Hall. Gotta go get in line, ma'am. Sassed me last time I was here. Alright, so we're looking for... Not that one. Is it this one? No, the Glassworks. Salvation Harbor. So we need... since the last century. So 19th century. Legal documents. Salvation Harbor. Legal documents? Maybe enterprises? Boom. Randall Glassworks. 1884. Proprietor Gaunter Randall. Address Southern Salvation Harbor, Skipper Road between Eel Street and Calm Shore Avenue. And Calm Shore Street. I think it was a street, my bad. Alright, sick. So where's that? That is over here. Salvation Harbor. So somewhere here? Something like that? I feel like somebody else mentioned the Glassworks before that we've heard of. Anyway, we can go back to our normal waypoint. So that'll be good. We can go back. Go out the way. I found the waypoint on the way here. Figured it might help. We got Advent West. Should be right here. And then boom. Salvation Harbor it is. Alrighty. The Glassworks should be around here somewhere. I'm guessing it's the big lit up place. Probably, right? Ooh. Hell yeah. Alrighty, come get me. Got it. Excuse you. Got it. Little guy. Get out of here. Nice. Alright. Got some good stuff there. Getting good stuff there too. Let's make sure we got more for the next. Alright. Perfection. Full up on everything, honestly. Which is great. Will not complain. Alright, what do we got here?
It looks like this workbench was used for making frames.
So this is where the mirror was made, probably, right? Yeah, I feel like we've been in here before.
Some sort of treatment solution. It must be what they use to turn glass panes into mirrors.
There we go. So she came here looking to find the origins of the mirror. Told by, allegedly, her dead firstborn son inside the mirror that she had from the manor.
The door won't budge.
A human face. Hold up, I'll unlock the door.
Ooh. Hello.
I don't know who you are, but boy, am I glad to see a human face. What you doing here?
I'm, looking for someone. An old woman with a mirror. Have you seen her?
Huh? Oh, I mean, yeah, there's old Bethany. She comes here pretty often. Brings us food, blankets. You know each other?
Not yet. I'd like to meet her, though. You know where she is?
Yeah. It ain't good news. Bethany was in the storeroom. when the Wylebeasts came. She locked herself in. I got a spare key, but...
But there's a catch. Am I right?
Yeah. We wounded one of them, but he's too tough. He's right outside the storeroom. She can't get out. We gotta get in there. We'll starve without those supplies. I don't think we can take him, though.
I'll do it.
I hope Bethany's all right.
Okay, I'll deal with it. See you soon.
Why would I refuse the deal? Thing in the basement. Alright. So she is normally kind and helps them.
This used to be an okay place to live.
Fair enough.
They hide. They hide underwater. In the pools. In the puddles. Can't be too careful.
Looks like the gravekeeper case guy. Ooh.
Do all mirror makers look this shifty?
I don't think so, but that's funny.
Who knew that so much planning went into mirrors?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's an interesting science to them. Oh.
Oh, nice work. It looks like the craftsman's gone out of business, though. Too bad.
Why does it show the behind of me? That's funny. The reflections are really well done, although this one's flipped backwards. Or maybe that's a design. Maybe that's a feature, not a flaw. Maybe it tells us something wrong with the mirrors that are made from here. Made with ill intentions. Okay, so she's in the storeroom somewhere? Down where? Oh, I see. Gotcha.
The door won't budge.
Let me heal up. There we go. Let's break the lock. You have to shoot the thing the lock is on. Not the lock itself, like you'd think. Oh, it's just you. That's easy. I thought it was gonna be a big boy. There more? Gunpowder. Not too bad. Okay. Did they give us the key or no?
The door won't budge.
Can't tell if she's in there or not, but it looks like something's in there. Alright. We gotta go upstairs, tell the guys. I killed your beast. To be fair, those used to kick the shit out of me too.
I killed the monster.
Oh, yeah. I heard the ruckus from up here. Great job, mister.
Thank you.
Here's the key. Take anything you need, and please make sure Bethany is all right.
Oh, I will. You can count on it.
I wonder if she went through the mirror or something, because I didn't see any person in there, but she could have been hiding. Or not generated yet. Either way, we got the key. I bet she disappeared. Oh yeah. Into a mirror.
Someone's been stocking up.
Yeah, I bet there's a portal there. Search warrant. Warrant to enter and search the premises of Randall Glassworks Salvation Harbor to investigate recurring complaints of suspicious activity at night and interrogate the suspect, Gaunter Randall. So that was the original dude who made this place. Started this place. Randall's diary. Never thought this city would surprise me, but Francis Throgmorton did just that, clearing the way for his preferred heir by getting rid of the other. The man honestly believes he did his son a favor by stuffing him in the MIRRORWAYS. Didn't want to kill him, as if that's any worse than what he did. Me, I'm just happy to share what I know. Should Francis want to bring his son back, hopefully he can find the kid a new body to live in. I'm done with this wretched city. Time to move somewhere warmer. Holy shit. So he got rid of the firstborn son. Wasn't an accident. Yep.
His house. Randall's house. Hold on, Hammond. We're almost there.
She's not crazy in the slightest. Didn't think she was, but this is very, very interesting. Alright, how do we get there, though? She went through the mirror. Oh. Something else? Right here. Whoa. Ooh. That's a book to crack open right there.
That's a thick book. Thick enough to be someone's life's work.
The MIRRORWAYS. Hell yeah. So can we go through the MIRRORWAYS then? Do we need to talk to Throgmorton? Yep. We gotta talk to Throgmorton about both. Interesting. Interesting. Wait a second. Was there something else that I need to research? The police archive. Okay, so we gotta figure out why there was a warrant out for him. Hell yeah. Alright, out we go then. Can I last minute things? Nope. Alright. That's fine. Totally fine. So I need a waypoint. Which is this way. We need to go to the police archive, and then we need to go to Robert Throgmorton and talk. This'll be something. Should be straight ahead. At least they're finally talking to that lady. She's been crying for days. Does not want to see me, of course. That's fine. Can't get into his office, but we can get to the archives. Alright. This. Search warrant. So, District, Salvation Harbor, the suspect, and then suspicious activity at night. Complaints. Boom. Name Gaunter Randall, alias Davis Miles, the Mirror Maker. He's a man. Sex male. Age unknown. Unknown. Residence fled the city. Last known location Oakmont, Massachusetts. Northern Old Grove. Corner of Windhalf and Goldbridge Road. Suspected of disrupting public order, subversive behavior, and counterfeiting. Alright, well that gives us a place to go. So he was in Old Grove. So that'll be easy because we can talk to Robert Throgmorton and also find where he is, the house. So that house would be corner of Windhalf Street, which is here. Windhalf Ave and Goldbridge. Right here. Somewhere. Interesting. Well, let's go to Old Grove then. I think let's go to that house first. And then we can talk to Throgmorton with everything. I think that would just be useful, you know? Robert Throgmorton likes things done. You know? Likes it all completed. Alright, let's go to our waypoint. Quick. Quick sticks. We can go up to Old Grove up here. So one of the houses over here. Could be this one. Worth a look. No, this is the other guy's house. That's the guy that from one of the police cases. Am I off a little bit? Okay, we're here now. So one of these houses, it's not that one maybe. He was a spooky dude, so. Oh. I was expecting a spookier house. Hopefully. Oh, I'm stuck. Here we go. Oh shit. Definitely found the right place. What's around? You're upstairs. Oh yeah. Got them both. Got him. A lot of you, but doable. Hell yeah. I love that they do this funny little move when I go into the menu. Alright, now we can investigate in peace. Can't carry any more. Oh, is it ammo? That's fair. Alright. Eligible bachelor. Francis Throgmorton, the city's darling scholar and adventurer, is once again a most eligible bachelor. We've read this before. The divorce court hearing took place this Tuesday. No press were allowed in the courtroom, but the results were made public immediately after the ruling. Bethany Throgmorton's deteriorating mental health was deemed a sufficient reason to terminate the couple's marriage. There has been enough mourning, said Francis while exiting the courtroom. Our son Hammond's death was a tragedy, but we must stay strong. It's a pity Bethany could not. So he blamed the death of his son, which was not a accident. He murdered him, more or less, and sent him into the mirror dimension. And then his wife had a breakdown about it, but he used that as an excuse. She was probably just sad and pissed off, but it wasn't anything more than that. I don't think she went mad or anything. She probably knew what happened or found out what happened, and he found a way to basically dispose of her.
These have been here a while.
Interesting. Anything in here? I'm getting the buzz. Something. Ooh. Something here. Whoa.
Where does one find a miniature coffin like this?
Make one, I suppose. Oh, word. Oh, shit. Alright. Show me. Upstairs? Downstairs? Downstairs, of course. Always downstairs. I don't know why I even asked the question. The hands are freaky as fuck. Extra downstairs. Nice. The basement's always lovely, isn't it? Are those skeletons? No, they're leaves. Excuse me. Found something. Whoa. Oh, we found a whole fucking room. There's a mirror. There's the mirror.
Life can be cruel. Would have made a better father proud.
Or did he just do this as a favor? I think he just did it as a favor, right? Well, we know exactly.
What the? No, my head. Damn it. I can't.
Shit. I'm losing my sanity staring at this.
Hey! Hey, let me out!
Is that Randall? Shit, oh shit, oh shit. My sanity. My sanity! Okay, okay, holy shit. So he got trapped in his own mirrors? Interesting. There might be more down there, but we didn't get to see anything else. Nice. Wasn't seeing anything on the middle floors. Creepy. Oh.
And the biggest mirror exhibition in the history of Oakmont, including Master Randall's finest creations.
Finest creations, eh?
His manor into a museum of vintage mirrors, collected over many decades.
Ah, okay.
Somebody's been doing their homework.
Okay. Occult tome. Simple warding spell can be created through the application of sympathetic magic. To establish an accord that affects an entity, one must find a similar entity that has a powerful bond with the other. Mom and son. Mom and son, I think.
There. As long as this mirror stays whole, you will be safe, baby boy. Safe while I find a way to free you.
So she's going into the mirror to find him. And as long as that mirror stays whole, the connection holds, because maybe the little coffin has something of Hammond Throgmorton's, the baby, the son. Is it up? Looks like up.
These rites, they might buy me time.
Okay. Did she banish Randall into the mirror, though? In order to use all his stuff? I'm sure it's down in the basement, right? Yeah. Down here? Down here?
I will get you out, Hammond. There has to be a way.
Time to piece this one together.
I will get you out. 1.
I will get you out, Hammond. There has to be a way.
She reads the book, finds out that there is a way to buy time. That was upstairs, though, right? Yeah. Making me work for this one. This one up here, right?
These rites, they might buy me time.
They might buy me time. And then she does it.
There. As long as this mirror stays whole, you will be safe, baby boy. Safe while I find a way to free you.
But how do we free them
Bethany set
both?
up some sort of barrier to buy time while she tries to free Hammond. I could remove it by destroying her ritual mirror.
Why would I do that, though? Bethany's ritual. Okay. I must smash it to lift the barrier? Why would I do that, though? A barrier is protecting the mirror, designed to keep it safe until Bethany can find a way to free her son. Smash it to lift the barrier? So I can follow her through, maybe? Okay, I hope this doesn't fuck up the... I hope this doesn't fuck up the safety of, like, both of them, because she's just trying to find her son. I see no fault in that. We should help her. Okay, before I do this, let me save. Doesn't do anything. Alright, I can't figure out what we need, so I think maybe I need to talk to Throgmorton first, and then it'll let me smash the mirror so that we can break the barrier. Alright. Talking to Throgmorton. I have more than gossip, sir.
I found a disturbing book, Mr. Throgmorton, on mirrors. It spoke of imprisoned souls. Now level with me. What is it you're after?
I suppose there's no point in being coy. I have learned that I once had a brother, Hammond. My father robbed me of him. Hammond is inside the mirror, trapped by sorcery. My father's doing? Why, I cannot guess. But he is a Throgmorton. He must be saved.
Alright.
Have a good day.
That's it? There's nothing else to talk about? We talked about the book. Maybe that's for Bethany if we ever find her. Damn, I really thought that would be like the key. Okay. I'll go back to the other mansion and see if there's anything I can do about this mirror. Alright, back in the house. There's gotta be something that we can do with the mirror. If we break it now, just by any chance? Nope. These mirrorways are cold, alien, hostile environments that warp and defy the world they reflect. Souls and minds pass through them disembodied. Should one be trapped there, they make for agonizing, inescapable prisons. To extract a trapped soul, a practitioner will need a valid repository for it, but be aware once the soul has been extracted, its prison seldom survives. Okay, so I looked it up, full disclosure. I had no idea what to do. I know we have to smash the mirrors, but I tried swinging at them. I tried talking to Robert Throgmorton, nothing really helps. You have to shoot the mirror. I don't know why it never occurs to me for that, but I just never pull out my gun for that type of thing. So we have a choice to break Hammond's mirror or Bethany's mirror. So this is the mirror that Hammond is trapped in. This is why the mirror is so important. And this contains the soul of the little boy, right, Hammond. The one that Throgmorton is looking for. Then the other mirror that's bonded with it, or at least an attempt of Bethany's to try and save Hammond from the mirror world, is this one. And we have to try and... we have to pick, basically. We can break this one or break the one down there. I feel like this sucks either way, right? Because if we break Hammond's mirror, Hammond can't be retrieved, I think. And if we break Bethany's mirror, then Bethany can't be retrieved. We know that Throgmorton wants Hammond, the little boy. We don't know if he's still a little boy or if he's grown up in the mirror world. We have no idea. I suppose we break Bethany's mirror, although she did nothing wrong in this. But I would also say if she had a choice between herself and Hammond, she would spare Hammond. So I think that this is only a mercy if we can really get Hammond out of the mirror. So I'm gonna pull the trigger on this mirror. Anything happen? Literally nothing. So I guess we talk to Throgmorton? Did anything happen to the other mirror? Very cryptic.
Oh, no. You can't have him. I won't let you. You can't take the mirror. You hear me?
Bethany, calm down, please.
We got her out.
You no harm.
No, you won't take my child. Not again. I won't let you.
It's okay. We can talk about this. I know the mirror's important to you.
It's my son. My son. His soul, his very being trapped in the mirror. Cold, hungry, scared for decades. It's... okay, it's so hard to understand. His body is dead, but his soul is frozen in glass, unable to move on or return without help. Oh, Francis thought this was merciful. Oh, the wretch.
What do you mean to do then?
I can call Hammond back into his own body. Don't judge me. This may seem unnatural, but we will be together. Everything is ready. I'm sure it will work. I only need to break the mirror to release him.
I can't go back empty-handed.
And I won't leave without my son.
Oh, shit. She wants to resurrect him, but his body's a corpse that's been decaying, isn't it? Unless it's been preserved. I don't know. I doubt it, though. But if she has a chance to reunite with her son, I mean, it's probably worth it, right? But breaking the mirror is a problem. For Throgmorton. Unless we save the sun, then it's not a problem, because that's the whole point, right? I mean, I would... She's a little off her rocker, but I would trust her to know what is best to try and save her son. She's been working on this for decades, realizing what has been done to her and her son, right? So, I mean, we should try and help her.
Okay. I guess you've got the right to try. Go ahead. I'll have to find some way to sweet-talk Robert.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
It's broken. Is that's not him, is it? It didn't work, though.
Life can be cruel.
Or did it? It did work. Let him out!
Life can be cruel.
Oh, thank you so much, newcomer. You made the right choice.
But I don't understand. That's it? I just leave? Do we tell Throgmorton that his brother should be older brother, but is probably now little brother at this point because he's younger, just by age, even though he was born first, that his brother is alive? He's probably gonna be pissed about the mirror being broken, but he should be happy that the brother was brought back, right? Unless it's gonna fuck it up. It did say needing like a suitable, like it needs to go into something, right? And it almost always kills the host. I was a little confused on this one, not gonna lie. But I think that in theory it should be okay, right? Should be fine. Because the ritual worked. We heard him in the coffin. It's a bit fucked up, but it did work. The mirror's broken. Well, why didn't you tell him about Bethany and the ritual?
I was too late. The mirror. I found it broken.
What?
What? No. How? How could this happen? Oh, my brother, my poor brother. I expected better from you, Mr. Reed. By gay, I did. No, Drock, just go. Leave me to my ghosts.
But it worked, didn't it? We heard... Maybe it's because Bethany will get the son that she wanted and gets to keep him instead of returning to the Throgmorton manor and going to Robert.
Hi, Editor Sydney here. So I was about to explain this very poorly. I was very tired at this moment. It had been over 6 hours of filming and my brain was starting to turn to mush. And I was not considering the whole picture of this case, and to spare you the gibberish that was about to come out of my mouth as I was trying to piece this together in my brain, I will explain it here. Basically, Bethany probably doesn't want anything to do with the Throgmortons, right? Francis Throgmorton, her ex-husband, took everything from her. Right? He took her baby, he took her life by banishing her to an asylum. She probably just wants away from the Throgmorton family and away from Oakmont if she can do it. And unfortunately, she's never going to understand who Robert Throgmorton is. She's probably assuming that he is his father's son and that he is going to try and take away Hammond from her. And that is not the case. And or just looking at Robert Throgmorton, right? Looking at this man who was deemed better than her son by her own ex-husband is probably painful for her. Right? No matter who or what Robert's actions are. But in a nutshell, I think she found a baby. I don't know if it was alive or dead prior to this moment, but she found a vessel for Hammond's soul to go into out of the mirror. And I think it's safe to say that it's not Hammond's actual body because he was 7 years old when he died, and that was definitely a baby crying in that casket. So I think she's gonna take that baby and go live as happily ever after as she is able to. hopefully that is a thing. We did read that the vessel might deteriorate because of the soul thing, but hopefully she's read enough about this that she knows some way to circumvent that or something. Either way, it's out of our hands. But from Robert's perspective, Robert Throgmorton, right, he lost his baby brother. He lost a brother. And I'm sure this is even heavier news coming after the death of his own son. And to him, he will never find out that Hammond's alive. And obviously Bethany wants it that way because she would like to live out the life that was robbed from her with her son. And Throgmorton, I think, is feeling the loss because of everything that's been happening, and he's very upset that he didn't get to have that chance. I think it's worth noting that he at least appears to be a different man than his father, right? He cares about his family regardless of what they look like, right? A Throgmorton is a Throgmorton to him, and that seems to be very much deviating from who his father was. We can pretty much surmise that his father wasn't very much of a good man, but I feel like there's a sad missed opportunity here for Robert to have lost his son Albert, but maybe gained his brother Hammond back and his mother, because he never got to know who his mother was. Francis obviously kept the name away from him and told him nothing about his mother, probably told him that she was dead. Meanwhile, she was locked away in the asylum, right? And both Bethany and Robert Throgmorton want the same thing for Hammond. They want him to grow up and live a life and to come back to this world and embrace life again, right? I wish there was a world in which Bethany could understand that perhaps Robert is not his father's son and that she could get the life that she deserves in the Throgmorton house, but her freedom is probably worth more than all of that, especially after being locked away for so long. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. It's a bit of a tragic ending for Robert Throgmorton, but he will ultimately be okay. I think there's other things that need his attention that can help him work through this apparent loss for him. And Bethany gets maybe the happiest ending that she can get. I hope that it does work out for her. But either way, I just wanted to clear that up because I don't know what I was about to think through, but it wasn't good. And yeah, anyways, thank you for listening. I'll let me take it away from here.
Okay, case is done. Woo! That is so many cases. Alright, I did a pretty good chunk of cases here. I found 2 new cases in this one, but I managed to do the other ones. The Oakmont, the letters to Oakmont, that was such a long case. That one took me the longest. That was 3 hours. And then the last cases, the other cases, ended up taking me another 3.5 hours. So I'm toast for this episode. Maybe there's a world in which we can do another side case episode, but I really want to focus on the main cases because it's very important. If I can go hit some of these locations while I'm doing the other cases like we were doing before, I will do that obviously and see if we can solve stuff. A lot of this is just going to locations and getting the tomes, or going to locations and getting the books, or these cylinders, these things. So that shouldn't be too crazy. Fool's Gold looks like we're collecting the gold of the Innsmouthers that is in various places. So nothing too crazy. The one that we did collect is down here in Rarities, Deep One's Gold. So we have the pin. It looks like we can probably get the others from the Fool's Gold case. Learn more about the Innsmouthers maybe, and the Deep Ones and Dagon, that type of thing. But interesting enough for the cases that we did find, we've got to find out a little bit about the history of Oakmont and the various locations for it. We got to help someone get a little bit of headway on a serial murderer that is in Oakmont and hopefully can be caught now. We got to find out a little bit of the stories of some of the newcomers that have disappeared here, and we got to help Throgmorton, I suppose. I mean, he didn't really get the help. We got to help Bethany, his mother, whom he never knew, which is interesting. But we got to help her make peace and resurrect her baby. Hopefully that's okay. But yeah, we got to a lot, I think. It'll be very interesting to see how this all gets edited, that's for sure. But yeah, this was a really fun run around Oakmont. I definitely am doing this at a right time in terms of my skills for this game. I was wrong about there being false leads and stuff like that. There's obviously all solvable things here now that we know this, now that I understand about the waypoints disappearing and stuff to look for. It's a little cryptic. I think it could be a little bit clearer in what I'm looking for. For example, with the letters to Oakmont, there was nothing in any of the letters or the starting version of that case, the starting prompt, that told me to look out for the spiral symbol. Had I known that, then that would have been easier to find off the bat, and we could have been doing that as we went along all around the places. Although, to be fair, you have to fight so much for those cases. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it earlier than this. I have enough skills and enough know-how now to be able to fight everything we need to fight and go in and find what we need to find. So there's that. I am very much glad that I did it now, because even knowing about Professor Westerbrook, knowing about the EOD, knowing about the fecund mother, right, all of this stuff has really helped with the cases, at least that we found here. So I think this was a great order to do it in, and very interesting all the way around. I hope you guys enjoyed these side cases. Thank you for watching this interesting episode of the side cases of Oakmont and Mr. Charles Reed, our private detective. If you guys are ready to get to the main case, the other cases and other episodes of The Sinking City, you can check those out right over here.